are now with our figure. And we will be growing even further. So we're doing literature now, and my plan is to look at other subjects as well, from history to maths to sciences. So that's one of the things too. Just throwing this in a little when I do my PhD or my other studies as well. Something I definitely want to really look at.
So you, as you have launched out, you've entered quite a few competitions. You were first in the Young Entrepreneurs Association competition, and you also placed a third in the Kingston Creative slash Champro Pitch Your Dream competition, and one of the 10 winners in the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs are Pitch Your Awesome Dream competition by the U.S. Embassy, and a winner in the Democratizing Innovation in the Americas Lab Jamaica Virtual Ideathon. Yeah, we know all about things, man. Yeah, win, man. Yeah, one, man.
Trying, just trying.
Yeah. What gave you the thrust to enter these different competitions?
COVID. That's the truth. Listen,
Answer.
COVID made me grow up as a businesswoman.
Mm-hmm.
God no. So we were doing our play. COVID came. It was the third opening, and we had to stop the play. So of course, we lost a lot of money there. And I was trying to figure out how to gain money to put the show back, because I'm also passionate about employment. And I fell down, not just for me, but everyone who I promised a salary and hired had no job. So that stressed me out.
Wow.
And I reached out to someone, and I'm like, what can I do? And the person said, there's the ILE lab, the IA lab that you spoke about, the pitch competition going on. And I said to her, no, I'm not going to pitch. I don't have no business for anybody to want to listen to. That's exactly what I said. No, like Jamaica even ready for drama and education in classroom, and I'm a theater person. Nobody going to take me serious. I said, no. And she said, I'm going to do it with you. And I said, all right. When I heard the announcement that I won.
What a good friend.
When I heard the announcement, big up my friend Tishana Mullings every day. Just throw that out there. Have to big her up.
Yeah.
And she did that with me. And then after that, it was no stopping. No stopping after that. As I see a pitch competition, I get excited. I'm out.
Yeah. What doors or other opportunities have these competitions opened for you personally, and what level of exposure has your brand, your thrust received as a result of it?
Well, I can say firstly, let me go individually. From an individual perspective, I've gained so much confidence. I've understood my business even more, the potential of it. Because like I said, I'm a theater person. No one wants to listen. Now, when I'm hearing judges are amazed by my business, amazed by my skills, my budgeting, my everything that I'm doing, looking at my long-term 5-year plan, and hear people working through with me and saying, okay, add this, take that out. And I realized that, wow, I have a company that can easily go across the Caribbean. So that woke me up. It also brought business mentors to me for my company as well, because they saw that this young lady has potential. So in the business, I think the respect I've been getting is especially in that business circle that I started entering. That person started seing me. That's the money circle too. So you wanna be in that circle.
You need
That's investors, because investors will see me pitch and they're the ones breaking it down and saying, this is good. It also gave me a lot of in the public eye. Person started really observing me more. And of course, person's gonna reach out, want to partner with you, the business with you. That starts happening even more now. So I'm like, okay, this is really good.
One friend saying, I believe in you, let's do this together.
Let me one friend.
Amazing. You are a World Youth Ambassador for the European Union Association. Tell us about that, how that came about.
So that one is new, like fresh, just recent.
All right.
I said to myself, I wanted to start ambassadorship. I just said that to myself. I said, I think I'm ready. And
Yeah.
one day on IG, I just saw the post and I said, oh, here you are. And I was really interested in looking at the UN sustainability goals as well, Vision 2030. I started getting really passionate about those things, development. And I said, I wanted to work with a program that was focusing on that. So once I saw the advertisement for this, I said, yes. So I'm the first person from the Caribbean who is an ambassador for this program. I saw, and so I'm looking really at helping creative entrepreneurs, looking at how they can look at sustainability and looking at Vision 2030, looking at
Just about
gaps.
the sustainability, because it's a rhetoric that exists, but I'm not sure if it's as pervasive in Jamaican culture as perhaps it needs to be. So talk to us about the sustainability.
So I'm glad you said that. That's what led me to applying, looking at the goals, the sustainability goals, that they are the 17 goals. I wanted to become more educated in that. I wanted to understand how I can play a role more in that and meeting those goals as well, because I believe every citizen, we have a part to play. And so I want to use this program now to educate myself and educate other Jamaicans as well, especially the creative entrepreneurs, and get us motivated, start rolling out some initiatives. And yeah, without us taking action, how are we going to reach this goal or these goals?
Okay. All right. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Now, yeah, there is a lot happening, especially on the social media landscape, where many more creatives have launched out, and quite a bit of humor being demonstrated, and they have made good names for themselves and also become ambassadors for companies. Is that in line with some of the thrust that you have in mind? Or I know yours is mostly connected to education, but speak to us on that from your angle as being a creative and a theater director.
Um, is that related to me, or you want me to give an overall
Overall,
opinion?
your own view on what on that trend as we see it unfolding now.
Well, I'm gonna always go from the business perspective. I'm loving. I love to see creatives getting that push, getting that ambassadorship, that sponsorship, that whatever it is. I always say to my creative, just ensure that the business side of things are connecting. That's where I always go, because yes, you may see them in public, but are we being paid what we are worth? That is that as long as you're being paid your money, I am so happy for you. And even if you're not being paid now, how can you use this opportunity to get other paid gigs?
Okay.
Or other paid fundings, or sponsorships, or building your brand. So it's a
Yeah.
good way to build brand, but just make sure that financially everything is sorted out.
Okay, I get
But
you.
and lastly, I would just say that I'm loving that we're looking at the creatives right now in all aspects, like as a Jamaican society and the world. Yeah.
Awesome. You went to Edna Manley. Tell us about that experience.
Oh wow, we're going back in memory lane. That was 10 years ago, or a
Mm.
little more. Yes. It was a good experience. I went at 16.
Oh,
So yeah, I went at
really?
16, and wow, it's more than 10 years. Oops.
Let's keep that.
But
Yeah.
it was a phenomenal experience. I wouldn't trade it for anything else. So I went twice actually. I went and did my diploma, because at the program, at the time, the degree program hadn't started yet for theater arts. It was
Oh,
there for the teachers. And I went and, of course, got an amazing education from, you can do set, costume, light, courses, you're acting, you're sharpening it. At that time, I thought I was going to be this actress. Oh, boy. When we're young.
so
And then,
is that totally out the books now?
oh,
You've
God. Not passionate about that at all
oh,
at this moment for me, because
okay.
sometimes we think that we need to be an actor to be a creative, especially when we're looking at theater or film. We have that feeling, and really and truly the industry cannot be built nor be sustained from actors only. Everyone is so important to the
Okay.
industry.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then I went and did my degree back in 2015, 2016, and was that was after I launched Attribute a few years after, because we had to do a course that we had to stage a play and produce it, direct it, write it, act it, everything. And after I did that one woman show, I knew I can do a business.
Okay.
So that was very important in where I am now.
Awesome. So you are one of the Chevening awardees, and you'll be going overseas to, you know, pursue a Masters of Arts in Creative and Cultural Entrepreneurship. You know, was was it an internal push that led you to applying for the Chevening scholarship, or was that someone else saying, come on, come Evoné, come"?
So Marvin George, the Dean of Drama School, and Camille Comino, one of our lecturers, said to me back in 2016, "You're ready for your masters. You're
Mm,
ready." They
yeah.
said, "Look at Commonwealth, look at Chevening, look at." I was like, okay. And I
Mm,
looked at it because
mm.
I'm always about higher education. I know I'm gonna do a master's.
Okay.
It's just at that time, was I ready?
Okay.
So they said it to me, they encouraged me, and I looked at the Chevening scholarship and saw that it's one of the things about being a leader in your field, as well as having and using your network. You're interested in network development and using it to make a change. And I said, this sounds like me.
Okay.
This And I applied for it. And
Ah,
here I am today.
yeah,
Very grateful.
yeah, grateful. Any other word to describe your feeling? Heading over to the UK in a few.
Um, how am I feeling? This is an interesting question. I've been through so many emotions through this entire journey because I applied 3 times.
Oh,
So the first time I didn't fully understand that Chevening is not a joke. It's a prestigious award. So
mm-hmm.
when I wrote my essay was fenke fenke, to tell you
Yeah,
the truth. Then
yeah.
the second time I applied, I understood more now, and I was on the reserve list, and this time I got through. So when I heard, I really cried,
Wow.
like ugly girl tears. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
Ugly girl tears, breakdown, overwhelmed, grateful. Couldn't believe it. My support systems, I'm just so grateful for them. And what I love though is this cohort that I'm a part of, like Hi Chevening Jamaica 2021, Hi Caribbean Cheveners. They're so amazing. And I'm just grateful for the support. So how I'm feeling? Happy, elated. So many emotions.
Yeah.
So many.
Awesome. 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 What is your hope as it relates to, the outcome of your higher education? What do you want to be sharpened in? What area, and what other aspects do you wish to gain mastery in as you pursue your masters?
Ah. So I would say it's 3 areas for me. Three. One, of course, I want that skill to come back to my business. My program, I will work on my business for a year. So when I come back and I'm ready to launch, ready to go, I've worked out all the kinks. Second thing is I'm really passionate about educating other creative entrepreneurs. So I want to come back and do programs and initiatives that assist that, or supports that, I should say, and looking at partnering with other organizations, for example, the British High Commission, Chevening, etc., to ensure that that is implemented, and of course, different various organizations in Jamaica and our government. And speaking of government, that's my last one. My third plan. I am really interested in looking at or being more educated in what we need to do to support creative entrepreneurs, looking at the structures that are needed from the government perspective. What do we need to do as persons, practitioners in the industry? We're still young in that area, we're developing, and we have so much talent, untapped talent, that as we really create structures, we can definitely grow our creative economy and make a positive impact on Jamaica's economy overall. So
Mm.
that's one of the things I'm very passionate about in my 1 year over there, just learning from the UK.
Okay, and mastering that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, outside of the business and vision aspect, what are some of the things that you are involved in otherwise? Some of the things you do for fun, for relaxation. What are some of those things?
I'm a beach girl. I
Yeah.
love the water. I love the water a lot. So I love to go to the beach and chill, river, things like that. I love my music. I'm vegan, so good food, a good restaurant with good food is just touches my
Okay.
soul.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Those are my things that I like to do and spend time with my family and friends. Definitely. Yeah.
Okay. You know, COVID-19. How did I mean? You would have mentioned somewhat how it impacted you, and seeing some things, some doors closed in a sense. But what were the positive you know outcomes for you throughout? Well, it's not fully over, but
Mm-hmm.
it's more managing. No, what are the positive outcomes throughout that experience for you?
Well, I spoke about the business stuff, so I think I can speak about the personal things
Yeah,
more
yeah.
now. For me, I spent a lot of time in COVID, honestly, in meditation and doing healing work.
Mm,
That was the truth. So I felt it coming. I felt as if I wanted to do some internal, some introspection and spending time with self. So when COVID came, it hit hard, but not very hard at the same time, because I
mm,
knew I needed time with me.
okay,
So it was journaling, it was just healing work, and it was what I needed.
definitely. I get you. I get you.
Yeah.
What would be your encouragement to a young lady listening, having a pull to an unusual career path? Because let's be honest, being a creative social entrepreneur isn't necessarily something that you hear a lot about at career day. We don't really hear.
Mm-hmm. True.
They have an idea. How would you encourage them, and how would you encourage even the parents of someone like that?
Firstly, I would say to anyone who is looking at a career that is not popular, go for it. But if you're going for it, find a support system, because it can be hard doing that on your own without a support system. And that, I would say, contributes a lot to my success. That's one. Oh, and also my thing is, be aligned, be authentic, honor yourself first. That's what you want. Listen, go for it. And in regards to, sorry, you said that, and the second question, let me answer that. What was second part of the question again? What would I say? And the parents,
Yeah, yeah.
parents, I would say listen and support as much as you can. Nothing is wrong if you're gonna ask hard questions, because hard questions are needed. Let's be real.
Have-
But pardon me,
yeah, man. I was saying have to. You have to ask
have
them.
to. But if you feel as if you can't provide the answers to these questions, help your child to find someone who can. That's a part of supporting. And
Mm,
that person can help to guide your child know how to be successful, learn from that person's mistakes so your child doesn't make those mistakes. Because a lot of the times our parents are fearful of the unknown. They don't know what you're going to do in theater, where you're going to work. So that lack of knowledge and that fear makes them say no. So find someone who can come with that experience to help your child. And that will work a lot.
awesome. Awesome. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for joining us, Evoné Walters, creative social entrepreneur and a dynamic theater director of the
Thank
Chevening.
you. And
Um,
one thing, can I
yeah,
just add quickly that the Chevening Scholarship is now open and the deadline is November 2nd. So if you, no matter what field you are, it's very diverse. Jump on, apply, reach out to other persons for assistance, do it.
all right. All right. Becoming a brand ambassador, I see. All right. Thank you so much. Continue
Thank you
making
for
it,
having me.
and again, a pleasure.
All right,
Yep.
bye. All right.
This is Love 101, the family station. We take a quick break and we will be right back.